Hi everybody. Before we get started, just want to let you know that this is going to be the first in a new series of videos called From Snacktical to Tactical. It's documenting my journey from, a big fat guy who doesn't know anything to somebody a little bit more capable.
Hi, I'm Mike. This is Budget Guns and Gear Reviews. Today we're here with Jeff Farmer from Farmer's CCW and Advanced Firearms classes. Jeff, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself and your company and what we can expect to see here today.
Sure. Again, my name is Jeff Farmer. I have 14 years law enforcement experience, firearms instructor, taser instructor. I've been doing CCW classes now for about 3 years. And during the classes, I had a lot of people inquire about extra training. So therefore, I developed an advanced firearms class. A lot of fun. It's a 4-hour class, very cheap. It's $40 a person. During the class, you will be experiencing live fire scenarios. We will run through about 12 to 14 different shooting scenarios in the 4-hour class. You'll shoot about 150 rounds of ammo. During the class, it's pistol related, most of the scenarios. However, we can incorporate any types of weapons you have. You have rifles, shotguns, whatever you have at home that you want to play with, bring them out. We're glad to incorporate that in the scenarios. It's great training. Some of the scenarios include ground shoots, shooting from a vehicle simulation, shooting from cover, reloading, malfunction drills, you name it, we cover it. Again, we do about 12 to 14 different shooting scenarios in 4 hours, so we're just rolling the whole time. My classes, I keep around 10 people tops. I want to make sure everyone gets the greatest experience. If I have to work one-on-one with anybody during that time, I have the opportunity to do that. It's phenomenal training. It's just great training. Normally, if I have somebody come out here, every time I have a class, they just continuously want to come out. I change up the scenarios the best I can. That way you're not shooting the same ones over and over. But it's just a great training, great time. And again, readily available to the Malvern, Carrollton, Minerva area. If anyone's interested in that, get a hold of me. I have a Facebook page. It's called Farmer CCW / Advanced Firearms. You can message me through there. My phone number's on there, email's on there. Feel free to contact me. And again, this is for anybody that wants the extra training. It's a phenomenal time.
I'll be sure to put a link to his Facebook page below. All right, this sounds great. Stick around, everybody. Maybe we'll learn something together.
Thank you.
Started out the day with a meet and greet and a rundown on what kind of equipment everybody had. There were only 5 of us there. There was 2 couples and myself, a younger couple in their 20s and an older couple, maybe a little bit older than me in my mid-40s. We went from there to the range for a brief brush up on things like grip and stance and range safety rules, as well as draw stroke and weapon presentation. Before we did any of our different scenarios, Jeff made sure to lay out kind of the ground rules on what the scenarios were and what the objectives were for it, how to run through it. Everybody, different skill levels were involved in this too. We had guys that could shoot, and we had ladies that could shoot. We had some that need a little bit of help. But anyone who did need help, Jeff was right there and ready to give advice and correct whatever issues that someone was having. He's a really great instructor, seems to be very competent at what he's doing. I've had training from a lot of different people over a lot of different topics in my career in corrections, and Jeff's one of the better instructors I've had. Here we see everybody. Like I said, it was a young couple and an older couple, and then myself. We even at one point had one of our local law enforcement officers stop by. Jeff offers these classes free of charge to law enforcement, so that our local guys, so that they can brush up on their skills, which I think is a great thing. I think all of our local law enforcement should probably take advantage of that. Just qualifying yearly just isn't nearly enough. Ran through a lot of different scenarios. A lot of it was at close quarters distance, because reality speaking, that's where a lot of your civilian self-defense engagements are going to be, 5 to 7 yards from point blank out to maybe 5 to 7 yards anyway. So there's an emphasis not necessarily on target accuracy, but on combat accuracy. And you may not be able to fully extend your weapon to get that. So we did some point shooting as well. He also emphasizes, you'll see here me bobbing back and forth, he also emphasized the proper use of cover. You don't want to just stand right out in the middle and get your butt shot. You want to use cover if at all possible. Which there I am, trying to not expose as much of myself as possible. Here's what I'm talking about some close quarter stuff. You may not be able to extend your weapon, so keep it close. Another thing that was very much emphasized was situational awareness and constantly scanning, looking for threats, so that you don't fall prey to tunnel vision.
Brett.
This one's a body armor drill. We even did some stuff simulating from a vehicle.
Brett. Good shooting. Brett.
Then we went on to reloading drills. And we did some ground stuff. There's every fist fight I've ever been in ended up on the ground. So there's a significant chance that in a gunfight you'll end up on the ground, and you have to be prepared to fight from that position. This was a blind fighting drill, simulating being tear gassed or whatnot, having acid or pepper sprayed or whatever. Overall, I think this was a great course. For $40 for sure, man, for 4 hours of training like this. Even if you wanted to take the afternoon class and do 8 hours of training for $80, you still can't beat it. It's a really good value. Highly recommend that anyone who is local to this gets hold of Jeff, schedules a course. I'm Mike. This is Budget Guns and Gear Reviews. Please like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment below. What do you think? And as always, come back. Maybe we'll learn something together.